Hey soulmates, you're welcome to Sew with Cherry. How are you all doing today? So I want to take us on how to cut and sew the top you're seeing on my screen. I'm actually making it a crop top. I'm not making it the way I'm not making it a jumpsuit. I'm making it a crop top that is a free crop top. So crop shirt, I mean. So how do we start? First of all, I marked 3 inches out here, which is for the placket, for the fan panel. So I'm going to just fold it inward. Now, next thing that I'm going to do, because I'm going to draft the back panel first, I'm going to mark down 1.5 inch. Because this is a crop shirt, I'm going to mark down 1.5 inch. So from this 1.5 inch, I'm going to start inputting all my measurements. So right now, her half length, actually, a half length is 16 inches. So but then, because this is a crop top, I'm going to be making it length of 18 inches. And then I'll add 2 inches hemming allowance. That is making it 20 inches. Right now, I'm going to mark the armhole, and because it's a crop top, the armhole should be free. So instead of using armhole of 8 inches for her, which is her armhole round, I'm going to make it 8.5 inches. I'm just going to add ease allowance of ½ inch. Her shoulder is 15 inches. 15 inches divided by 2 is 7.5. Then plus 1 plus ½ inch sewing allowance, that makes it 8 inches. I'm going to mark it on the armhole line as well. So I'm going to connect all the dots now. Okay, so after this, next thing I'm going to do is to take my shoulder slope, go down here by 1 inch. Then, because this is a turtleneck, I'm going to be using neck width of 2.5 inches, right? So I'm going to connect these 2 dots together. So you know that if you're making any form of shirt design, especially when it's going to be having bishop collar or ordinary collar, so just always take this precaution. So from here we got up by 1.5 inches since it's a crop shirt, and then from here 1.5 inches. So measure out 2.5 inches here again, and then you connect the 2 of them. Now we have a new shoulder slope. This is 1.5 inches because ½ inch is for joining, shoulder joining allowance, and then 1 inch is from the back going toward the front so that it can relax very well on the person's body. So that means we are going to be subtracting 1 inch from the front shoulder armhole. So right now, let us input our horizontal measurement. Our bust round is 9.5. But because it's a crop shirt, I'm going to make it to be a bit free. So I'm going to make it to be 10 inches. 10 inches. And then I go ahead and add 2 inches sewing allowance. Extend the line. Whatever we have on the bust line, that's what we're going to mark on the waistline. So here we have 12 inches. So I'm going to mark that 12 inches here as well. So it has to be straight. This is more like a tank top. A tank top, please. So right now, let us now make our armhole curve. At this armhole line remaining, measure it. Fold your tape in 2, and then mark. Then for the front armhole, you're going to be coming in by 3/4 inch. Then for the back, this is F, this is front. So for the back, you connect from here straight to this part. This is B, right? So with this, we are done with this tank top basic bodies. So we're going to cut it out. I'm sorry, for the neck depth of the front panel, you will go down by 2.5 inches. But for the back panel, you go down by just ½ inch, and then you connect like so. So place the pattern on our fabric and cut it and cut out the back panel. To cut the front panel, we have to trim out, and then we'll trim out the armhole. After that, we are going to remove 2 inches from this length, because this 1 inch was put to the back. So we're going to cut out 2 inches from here now, so that it will, the one coming from the back will replace the one we took out at the front. So remember that what we added here was 1.5 inches, right? So right now we're cutting out 2 inches, so I'm going to measure it. So we'll fold it. To cut the front panel, you have to open this up. When you open this up, trim this part out just a bit. Let it still be up like so. So next thing that we're going to do now, we are going to place it on our fabric and then cut it out. So with the front panel, we are going to make a design on it. Right now, this design is very simple. Very simple. Please do not be afraid. Just at this part, remove ½ inch like so. So then after that, what we are going to do is that determine her underbust length. Her underbust length is 14 inches. After the underbust length, decide to go down by either 2 inches or 3 inches. I'm just going to go down by just 2 inches. So I'm going to rule that line to connect to here. So now the next thing I'm going to do is that I am just going to connect from here to here. After that, before I go ahead to cut it on my fabric, I'm just going to add all the necessary allowance. So I'm going to add ½ inch allowance all round, apart from the shoulder. This is it for the design. And this is it. We're going to cut it on fold on the fabric. And this is it, guys. So we're going to cut out the design for the black part of it. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to mark 1.5 inch inward. Place the collar on the fabric you're going to be using to design it. Make sure that the fabric is on fold because we need 2 of it. Then go ahead and trim it out like so. After trimming it out, go ahead and mark the same 1.5 inches we marked on the collar for designing it. Go ahead and connect the dots and then cut it out, and then make sure to add either 1/4 or ½ inch sewing allowance to that part like I did. Then get a gum stay, the lightest gum stay, place it on your table and take the fabric, place it right side facing the non-gum part of the gum stay. Go ahead and pin it down so you can carry out. Do the same thing we did to this to the other one. Then go over to your sewing machine and run the stitch on the line that we made on the collar design. Then come back and then notch it like I'm doing. After notching it, we are going to turn it over like I'm doing here. Then after turning it over, we're going to go in with our iron. This time around, as you're ironing it, the gum stay is going to be gumming this design down. So it is now gummed down, stuck to the gum stay. This is the perfect way to turn this. Go right ahead and place it on the collar, right on the mark that we made on both collar. Then pin it down, go to your sewing machine and sew it down. Then do the same thing to the other part and then get the collar facing. Make sure to trim off any excess at all. Get a collar facing and place it on the collar. Go ahead and run a stitch on the allowance that you added, like I illustrated, from the other side to the other end. After sewing it, go ahead and notch it at the curved part. Trim off some excess if you want to. Then go ahead and turn it out. After turning it out, we're going to go ahead and give it a very good, nice press. Make sure to iron with lots of water, making sure that this colored part, the peach part, is not showing at the front at all. Then now we're going to go ahead and place it on the front panel like so. Pin it down. And then we're going to take some precautions now. That is, measure the length of the collar to make sure that both of them are at same length with each other. If not, go ahead and adjust it through the shoulder and the neck and then trim off the excess. Now we're going to close our shoulders. After closing our shoulders, we're going to cut a long strip that is same measurement with the design that we attached on the top. So we're going to attach it at the neck as turtleneck. Right now, you're going to go ahead and put your buttons and then make your buttonhole, and then we are done. Can you see how sweet this is looking? Very beautiful, very classic, and very demure. This is beautiful. I made a trouser for this. So guys, if this tutorial was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, and then put on the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time we drop a new video. In this channel, we'll upload sewing tutorial on how to cut and sew both male and female unique attires. Ciao!